You have a great product or service that brings a lot of value to people. You also have the ability to produce videos. So in this video, I want to give you an in-depth training on our proven video ad formula that will show you how to turn strangers into loyal fans and paying customers. What's up? My name is Jake Larson, the founder and owner of Video Power Marketing. And over the last couple of years, we've managed well over $1 million of ad spend. We've tested hundreds of video ads, so we know really well what works and what doesn't. Now, this is a bold promise, but it works. So please watch the whole video so you'll be able to implement this for yourself. There's nothing worse than putting a lot of time, effort, and money into creating a video only to find out that it's not going to perform well or hit your desired goals. Now, there are 4 reasons that video ads fail. Number 1, the message does not connect with the target audience. Number 2, they don't capture people's attention within the first 10 seconds. And 3, they're long and boring and people stop watching. And number 4, and this is the biggest one, there's no strong call to action, so people never act. If you follow this framework I'm about to show you, you will greatly increase your ability to produce a video that consistently generates leads and sales. We've compiled all of our findings into what we call the video ad formula. All right, there are 5 steps in the video ad formula. And the first one is one of the most important steps, and that's to get people's attention. Because if you don't get their attention, they're not gonna watch the rest of the video. If you can't hook them in the beginning, they're gonna drop off. I mean, look at this audience retention rate of this graph where 80% of the audience drops off within the first 15 seconds. So how do you get people's attention? It's simple. You want to call out your audience or do something that surprises them or shocks them. Like Squatty Potty did this with having a pooping unicorn. Right? What gets your attention more than a pooping unicorn? Or when Dollar Shave Club said our blades are effing great. That kind of gets people's attention. One of the tactics I use is I called out my audience directly. I said, hey, if you're not an advertiser or marketer, go ahead and skip this ad. So what's great is when you call your audience, people know you're talking to them and they can either continue watching or they can skip. And either way you win. After you get their attention, you need to introduce the problem, because if there's not a problem, like, people aren't going to continue watching your video. To build a problem, I like to speak to the pain or the desires of an audience. Squatty Potty shows the wrong way to go to the bathroom. On the bottom right, Andrew Argue helps CPAs and tax accountants on how to grow their agency. And so he has this phone on cold calling, and he's like, the worst thing you can do is to cold call your clients or to try and get new clients to grow your agency. So the problem is cold calling. He introduces the problem right off the bat. So again, after you get their attention, speak to the pain or the desires of the audience. And once you've done that, it's important to build a connection with your audience. A lot of people call this credibility. And what this does is it builds trust with your audience. So Lewis Howes, if you want to learn about webinars, I know I'm going to go to Lewis Howes because he's the best time selling author and he's the host of the School of Greatness. If I want to learn about podcasting, I'm going to hit up my man John Lee Dumas, who's the founder of Entrepreneur on Fire and one of the biggest podcasts there is on entrepreneurship. Or Harv Eker, who's another New York Times bestselling author. Another great way to build a connection is a technique called the Feel, Felt, Found technique, where you say, hey, I know how you feel about the problem. I felt that pain too, and here's what I found. And when you use the Feel, Felt, Found technique, it's a perfect transition to offer the solution. This is the solution that you found with the problem originally. So the question you need to ask is, what can you offer your audience to solve the problem? Maybe that's a product that you can give them. Maybe it's a book that you wrote. Or it could be a webinar training. The offer is the training that you're going to give them in the webinar. Or it could be an ebook or a free consultation. But there has to be some type of offer or solution or teaching or training that has to take place in these video ads. And the last step, and this is the most important step, is the call to action. Getting people to do something after they've watched your video. Again, there's a couple ways you can do this. We like to use YouTube annotations or the YouTube end screens, but you need to get people to click. We call it build the video around the click. Whether it's to purchase or to learn more or to watch another video or to comment on a video or to subscribe to your YouTube channel, every video ad you create needs to have some type of clickable call to action, because you don't just want to have views, you want to actually get people to move on the next step. Get their attention, introduce the problem, build the connection with your audience, introduce the solution, and get them to act. And that is the video ad formula. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and would like to go deeper with the video ad formula, I want to give you this resource that will help you craft the perfect video ad specific to your business. Click on this button over here and you can download it for free. Included with this resource, you'll get access to our video ad framework and script template, so you won't have to worry about writing everything from scratch. This template will save you hours of time and get you started on the right path. Click here and you can download it now.